Good day, everyone. I'm reaching out today to offer an encouragement to all of you who are out there attempting to do sincere, determined spiritual practice in this crazy, mixed up world that we live in. This is a challenging time. I get it. And I get it that many of you are struggling right now with everything. And I don't need to list all of the crazy things that are going on. The thing I hope that you'll remember is, that we have, I think most of us, maybe all of us, have a conditioned tendency when things get hard to abandon the things that most take care of us and to do conditioned coping behaviors instead. Whether that might be for you, it's going to be some kind of distraction. Maybe that's getting lost on the internet, shopping and spending money, overworking, whatever it is, whatever your distraction of choice may be. And of course, that's not productive. It's understandable. It's understandable that we do that because it feels in a way like we're taking care of ourselves when we do that. It's just that we really aren't, of course. We're taking care of our survival system instead. And so I want to offer an encouragement, as difficult as it may be sometimes, instead of abandoning yourself, if you are doing this, in the face of however you experience the difficulties that are going on in our society and in our world, instead of abandoning yourself in the face of that, take refuge in practice. Take refuge in your own relationship with yourself, with the ability that our practice gives us to be present here in our experience and in love and acceptance and the power it gives us to take care of ourselves. And I'm sure you know this, at least intellectually, maybe it's hard to remember sometimes, but there's no reason to suffer over anything. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. And, we could be talking about things that are challenging in your personal life that you're dealing with. It could be things that are global and on the level of our society that you're aware of that are really, really difficult for you to be with. And I get it. Those things are really challenging, and it's not necessary to suffer over them. Our practice gives us a way to be with those things, to fully experience them, not to deny them, not to push them away, not to reject them, but to fully experience what's going on and the impact of whatever it is that you're experiencing on your body and your mind and your heart and your energy system. We can be fully present with these things and not suffer. That's what the Buddha taught. That's what spiritual practice offers to us. It's possible to have a relationship with life in which we don't take life personally, where we're not triggered by things that are happening, where we can embrace everything that happens in a centered way with unconditional love and acceptance. That's what this is all about. That's what practice offers to us. And so I want to put it out there just in case you have forgotten, in case you've allowed yourself to get pulled into conditioned coping behaviors and survival behaviors instead. And so, if you're willing, maintain your sitting practice in a determined way, a willing way every day, if to whatever extent that is possible for you. Doesn't have to be huge. You don't have to sit for hours and hours every day, but just to sit down every day with yourself and be with yourself as an act of self-love and self-care, and get present. Practice being here. Practice being in your actual experience. Practice letting go of conditioned mind and all of the fictions and the unhappy stories that get put on top of what's actually happening that are the things that cause us to suffer. So giving yourself a dedicated time every day, if you can, or at least to the best extent that you can, to practice being here in the moment instead of being in conditioned mind and in survival. Take time in your day to, in more informal ways, to just let go for a moment and just be. Maybe you just take a moment in between emails and just breathe for a few moments. If you're doing some kind of physical work, maybe just pause and notice the leaves on the trees. Notice the beautiful blue sky. Check in with your emotional state throughout the day. Just in little ways. How are you feeling right now? How can you be with what you're feeling in a loving and compassionate way? That's our practice, and those are the supports for our practice. Join together with other people who also want to be awake and aware, despite all of the chaos and the trouble that's happening in our world, who want to be awake and aware in the midst of that. Spend time with other people who feel that way, who are also practicing. Share your practice with them and allow yourself to receive from their practice. It's much, much easier to be present in this world if we have others who we're practicing with and we're supported by and who we're inspired by. Okay? So that's it. Just a reminder. Don't forget there is practice, and that practice will take care of you if you let it. There's a refuge that you can take advantage of in practice, and all you have to do is show up for it. All you have to do is give yourself to it, and it will take care of you. If you would like some support for practice, the Sangha that I facilitate offers a variety of ways that you can receive support. There are groups that we're doing on Thursday and Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern. There's a group of us meditating together every morning from 7 to 8, and you can join for any portion of that you want to. There's online classes we're doing. We're doing regular practice days where we get together for a day and practice together, and other things as well. And so if you're interested in that, in receiving support in that way, I would encourage you to check it out. Go to www.theoneopendoor.org and you can see what's available. Or just send me an email, djmckay429@gmail.com, and I can get you set up for support in practice. Thank you. Thank you for very much for your practice and for doing what you can to be awake and aware and living in a compassionate place in this world. If you find this to be interesting or helpful, feel free to share this email with other people in your lives. And as always, donations are greatly appreciated. If you would like to make a donation, go to www.theoneopendoor.org and make a donation of any size. Thank you very much. Be well. Take care of yourselves and have a good practice day.